Blake here for PowerWorks Pointers, and in this brief tutorial we're going to talk about some settings in the ambulatory summary page of PowerWorks, including how to modify the layout, how to apply colors to certain elements, how you can zoom in on the ambulatory summary page, and if you want to clear the preferences and take everything back to the defaults. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to go ahead and open PowerWorks. I've already logged in. I've got a test patient pulled up, and most of the preferences that you can set from the ambulatory setting are going to be over to the far right at this tab, where you can change your layout to a 1, 2, or a 3 column layout. The default is a 3 column layout. You can enable drag and drop, and what that allows you to do is actually go in, and once you have the 4 crosshairs, you can actually drag and move elements between columns and also up and down within the same column. So if I want to manipulate the summary so that I can get the information that's most pertinent for my role kind of face up and at the top of the screen, you can do that with this feature. I always encourage folks, once they've done that, to go back and make sure they disable drag and drop. That way you'll make sure that you don't move things accidentally. Next feature here will expand all of the bands. So you have a function where you can have these set to be condensed so that you don't see the information within that band. This will simply expand all of them. The components function allows you to remove certain elements. The ones that are dithered are fixed and are not able to be removed. However, other elements you can actually remove simply by coming to this list, checking that element, and then it will fall off of the ambulatory summary page, not only for this patient but for all patients that you open given that preference. And then also, if I come back to that same location and clear preferences, and I click on that, I'll get a pop-up saying that I can clear all the preferences and go back to the defaults within PowerWorks. A couple other things to note are at each individual band you have the ability to set whether you want that information to default as expanded or condensed. So if I simply click on that element there, it's now condensed. I can also go back and default so that it's expanded. Right above that is where I can apply a color, so I can do this for each element on the summary. If I navigate over to the color pane, I can simply click a color, and now it will apply that color to that pane across all patients in PowerWorks. Quickly discussing the zoom feature, if I go up to navigation and click on zoom, you'll see that the default is at 100%. There's a couple settings that are predefined at 150, at 200%, and if I click on one of those, you'll see that all the information on the ambulatory summary page does get larger. This does increase the amount of scrolling that you will need to do vertically, but if you prefer to have the information more visible, then you can certainly do that. There's also an ability to set it custom, so that if 150 is maybe too much, and you maybe want to go halfway between 100 and 150, you can do that as well and still get the benefit of some zoom without as much of an increase in having to scroll. I'm going to set mine back here to 100%. So in this quick video, we've covered the layout of the ambulatory summary, how to apply colors, zooming, and how to clear all the preferences. Thanks for tuning in to this session of PowerWorks Pointers. Tune in next time for a great tip in PowerWorks.